What is up, Critics? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles that I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Bollokan Prairie. So this car is an OG vehicle that's been in the game since day one. This is a car you can get off the street for free, or you can buy it from a Summer San Andreas website for only $25,000. Now this car is actually pretty good in terms of customization, and that's mainly because Rockstar actually went back when the After Hours update came out and gave it more customization to many of the options on the car. They gave it liveries, more bumper upgrades, spoilers, tons and tons of stuff. Now in terms of performance, this car is in the compact car class and really isn't all that quick. However, it is faster than the Asbo, so I guess that's something to think about, I guess. But the Asbo isn't really fast to begin with at all. But again, overall, Prairie is not that quick in general, and it's front wheel drive, which definitely impacts its performance, but it actually surprisingly drives pretty well for a front wheel drive car, which you will see later in the video when we do the driving portion. So the Prairie is primarily based on the second generation Hyundai Tiburon. Now there was a facelifted model that was made for the last two production years of the Tiburon, which I personally prefer, but in GTA we do have the original second generation version. And for those of you who don't know, Tiburon is actually Spanish for shark, which is kind of cool. So supposedly the main design inspiration for the Tiburon was inspired by a shark, so I think that's kind of cool, and I think we are going to try to keep it silver or gray for the customization. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of this very interesting compact car.
What can we do to it?
Alright, Prairie. Alright, we got armor, we got brakes, we got bumpers. So for those of you who don't know, with the After Hours update, Rockstar did add extra modifications for the Prairie, such as bumper, rear bumper, side skirts, and some liveries as well, and spoilers, just a little bit of everything in every upgrade category to really give this car more customization options. And again, for a free car off the street, that's pretty impressive. But anyways, the first option we have here is a splitter with canards. And then here, what you have here from then on are all the new options. So you have Mark 1 tuner bumper, you have Mark 1 tuner bumper kit, so it adds a splitter to that underneath. And you have the Mark 2 tuner bumper kit, I like this one. Then the Mark 2 tuner bumper kit with the splitter. Then you have the Mark 3, oh my gosh, with the canards. And then the splitter version of that. Lots of good options here. I think I'm liking the Mark II tuner bumper without the splitter. I think it looks pretty clean. We'll do that. Rear bumper, so you have carbon diffuser and tow hook. Okay. Bottom portion of the diffuser in carbon looks good. Then you got the same thing but with the bottom portion in primary color. Okay. I think we should do the carbon. That looks good.
Looks almost as good as you.
Okay, engine. Exhaust. Alright, so let me rev it up a bit here to clear the smoke. So you have the stock exhaust, then you have titanium, okay? You have rolled exhaust. Now, I like these exhaust options in the middle, but unfortunately it still keeps the holes for the stock exhaust there. I don't know why. I mean, if they went back and put these modifications, they could have made it to where it puts a cover when you choose all these exhaust options. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. All the other options there, and then you have the wide military exhaust. That just looks weird. And then the carbon mid-bore. I'd love to put one of these middle ones, but unfortunately we still have those holes there which look pretty bad. So I guess I'll go with the titanium tuner. I think that looks pretty decent, so we'll do that. Hood, so you have carbon hood. So these used to be the only option was the carbon hood, and then here you have more options that they added later on. Again, a stripped hood, carbon stripped, sports hood. You got combination vents, and you got performance hood, which is my personal favorite, and then the carbon version of that. So I'm gonna go performance hood. Okay, lights, throw some xenons on there, why not? Livery. So these are all the livery options that they added again with the after hours update. So you have inverted tuner decal. Okay. So basically what this one does is it makes the car black, and then it puts the primary color as the stripes. Basically what it does. You got speed stripe. Okay. You got low rent flames. Oh my god. That's awful. Okay. We got retro graphics. Prairie on the side. Okay. You got white racing stripe. Alright. Black racing stripe. You got tacky tribals. Okay. You got prairie. Okay.
Making decisions is stressful.
Alright. Dogs Bollokan. Okay. Bollokan Prairie. I guess that's the manufacturer kind of racing looking livery. And then you got the Extreme Racer. That's the last one there. Alright, lots of interesting livery options there. And honestly, I don't really like any of them. If I'm being honest, I feel like all of them look tacky on this car. Like there isn't one that actually looks good on this car. My personal opinion. But yeah, alright, let's continue here. We got plates. The black. I don't really have a good plate for this one. Yeah. I mean, it's not that small of a car. Because I put my portable plate that I put on like every compact car, but this one's really not that small. So I guess I won't put a plate on this one. Primary color. So this car, you know, like I said earlier, Tiburon, you know, it's named based on a Spanish word for shark. So I want to keep it like a silver kind of nice color. So, you know, again, obviously you can choose anything you want in here, and the car does look pretty decent in most colors you painted in. But I'm gonna go to the metals category, and I'm gonna throw a brushed aluminum on there. It's a really bright silver, and I feel like it really brings this car to life. It looks a little more special. So we're gonna do that.
Cosmetics are on point.
Your crumblum would go right there on the hood. Alright, side skirts. So you have a custom skirt 1. Okay, and you got twisted skirt. You can see the difference there. It's like the bottom. Okay. You got carbon twisted. Okay. What's your different variants there? I feel like these are all the same. Unless I'm not seeing something here. Oh, it has like a little opening there. I can't really tell. What is that? Oh, I see it. Okay. I mean, I like that carbon twisted skirt. I think that's pretty nice, but it doesn't really match our front splitter. It looks a little weird, doesn't it? I think we'll do the... I like this one, the twisted skirt, regular primary color. We'll do that. And I think we should make our rear diffuser match, because now it looks a little out of place. Should have thought about this one a little more. There we go. I think that looks a little better. Yeah, with the silver trim on the bottom. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Do that. Okay. Alright. Next up we got spoilers. So you got low level spoiler. You got carbon wing, that's pretty cool. You got low tuner spoiler, race spoiler. Then you got the flush line spoiler, and then you got the drag spoiler. Wow, this one's difficult. I really love the carbon wing, a little ducktail. I think that looks really good. But I feel like this car needs a little something more, something a little bigger back here. And I feel like the flush line spoiler looks really good. Looks kind of factory, which I really like. And it kind of goes with like the trunk lines and all that. Alright, I think we'll do the flush line spoiler.
Girl is looking good.
Suspension. Definitely need to lower this thing. It's way too high. Go. Transmission. Turbo. Wheels. Alright, so we're going to go to the street category. And we're going to go to the Endo V4 with the dish. I like this one a lot. The deep dish version of these wheels. I think it looks really good. We're going to paint them in black. Love that. Next up, we're going to do windows. We're going to do limo. Do limo. Light smoke. I think we'll do the dark smoke tints.
Don't she look pretty?
Alright. That's all the options there. So I think let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Exit to ground. Looks pretty good. I think it looks a lot better than it did stock. I used to have this car in my garage, and I had the Sharky plate on it, which that was Edub's idea. So, I think it kind of fits the name of his car and all that. Let's rev it up a bit. Got the interior here like a regular sedan. Copy and paste it on there. Exterior, and obviously it's front wheel drive, so you floor it and wheel spin for days. It's so funny. Tons and tons of front wheel spin. Again, in the compact car class, not really that quick in that class. Obviously, you have the BF Club, which is the current king of that class, and that thing has the performance of almost a sports car, like a low-end sports car. So that's, yeah. Can't really compete anymore in that class. Even though this one wasn't really that competitive to begin with, even since the beginning, the Ballista was always a lot better. Yo, my controller's low. Thank you. Thank you, PlayStation. Appreciate it. Okay, around this corner. I mean, it handles pretty good. You know, obviously it's not fast by any means. But for a front-wheel drive car, it handles surprisingly well. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it's been a long time since I've driven this thing, and usually you'll drive it like stock off the street, but modified it drives a lot better, especially with the spoiler upgrade for the extra traction benefit. It drives pretty good. I want to say that wheel spin again. Let's see. It's so funny. Oh my, just to do that is fun. If you hold the gas and the brake together. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Front wheel drive burnout. Oh my god. That's so funny. Just to mess around and do something like that, I think it's worth having in your garage. Plus, it's like super cheap. I think it's a pretty cool car. Oh, that is not. That was. I meant to do a really cool hair, you know, a drift and then back it in, but the front wheel drive was like, nope. All right. Go and open all the doors here. See, you go to all. Okay, see. Got the regular sedan looking interior there. Got the copied and pasted engine bay from most sports cars on this game. The hatch opens, that's pretty nice. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well guys, let me know what you think of the comments of this car. If you have one already in your garage, if you like it, or you know, if you're gonna plan on buying one. I think it's a pretty cool car to have. And as always, let me know in the comments what vehicle from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next. And as always, I will display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.